Hi, I'm Tina Amir and welcome to my channel. This video is highly requested, but I really don't know how to put it in a simple form. But I guess this is the best way for now. This is introduction to verb. I won't give too much example, but I will give you certain examples and how you use it for speaking and writing. And before you watch this video, please also watch my video about no tense, no past tense, no present tense, no future tense video, because so that you have a clear idea. But in case if you don't want to watch that, maybe you can watch this one first. Then you can go back to there, because there I already make like separations between that, but this one I will just compile under one verb and explain to you how it is used. This is just an introduction. I won't put out much example, but after this in other videos then we will go through again, okay? But with different examples, of course. So the first example is lukis. Actually, if you pronounce properly, it will be lukis. But when you speak, you say lukis, and then you will confuse. What's the difference between lukis and melukis, right? Lukis is the root word. Melukis is just a word to beautify that root word. That is a simple word. I hope you understand. Melukis or lukis means draw. So we go for the first example here for past tense. How we want to say melukis or lukis in past tense. Please pay attention to the formal and informal pronunciation, and please pay attention also to the formal Malay writing and also for speaking. Remember, speaking rule always the simplest. Formal Malay writing, of course, is kind of like lengthy a bit, but it's not that difficult compared to English. We start with the past tense. Ani already drew a portrait. So in formal Malay sentence means Ani sudah melukis potret. Already means sudah. Melukis is draw. But in this sentence, in the English sentence, past tense for draw is drew. But in Malay, it stays the same, melukis. Ani sudah melukis potret. And it's the same formal and informal pronunciation. But that's for formal Malay sentence. How you want to say about Ani for speaking? So for speaking, you will say, Ani dah lukis potret. Dah is shortened from the word sudah. Lukis is the root word. For speaking, we normally just pick up the root word and put in a sentence for us to speak. If you ask me lukis and melukis, which one is correct? Both are correct, just different usage. Just lukis is the root word. When you wanted to construct a sentence, then you have to say melukis because that's how the sentence is. But when you speak Ani dah lukis potret, easy, simple, and people understand you. So that's past tense. We move on to the present tense. Present tense is Ani is drawing a portrait. In formal Malay sentence, Ani sedang melukis potret. Sedang is during, sedang. Melukis is drawing. You know from English, then you know it's a present moment. But sedang melukis means sedang is actually during that time. Sedang melukis potret. But that's the formal Malay sentence and it's the same formal and informal pronunciation. But for speaking, we say Ani tengah lukis potret. What is tengah? Tengah means middle. When you speak, you don't say the word sedang because it's so formal. So you say tengah. Ani tengah lukis potret. In English, it's like Ani in the middle of drawing a portrait. So that's how we speak for the present tense. Now we move on to the future tense. Ani will draw a portrait later. When you translate to the formal Malay sentence, it will be Ani akan melukis potret nanti. So akan means will, nanti is later. Ani akan melukis potret nanti. Same formal and informal pronunciation. But how is the sentence when you speak? So when you speak, you just say Ani lukis potret nanti. You don't repeat akan because nanti already means later. Nanti is already referred to the future tense. So when you speak, you don't repeat that. Remember, you keep to the simplest form when you speak. So Ani lukis potret nanti. That's about drawing or melukis or lukis. Now we move on to masak and also memasak. Root word, of course, masak. And then for sentence structure, then it will be memasak. Honestly, there's many we call kata imbuhan or kata imbuhan or kata imbuhan. There's many more types, but I will go through with you in another video. I don't want to cram you inside of this video everything. Otherwise, you're gonna feel dizzy watching my video. So we're gonna just go little by little, but hopefully you can understand it better when we separate it like that. So we move on to the masak memasak, or in English it means cook. So for past tense, mother has cooked chicken curry. In formal Malay sentence it will be, ibu sudah memasak kari ayam. So sudah means already, memasak, the root word is masak. So ibu sudah memasak kari ayam. In Malay, easy. In English, you have to add ed at the back. In Malay, present tense, past tense, that's how it is, okay? This is the bonus if you learn Malay. So that's the formal and informal pronunciation still the same. But how you say it when you speak? When you speak, you say, ibu dah masak kari ayam. Dah is from the word sudah. If you notice, in a sentence, we normally just use dah instead of sudah. But there are times when we speak, we say sudah. For example, somebody quarrel and we want to stop the quarrel. Then we just say sudah, sudahlah tu. Lah has no meaning. Lah we always say at the back of the word. That's really like our typical habit. So sudahlah tu, like stop it. But for speaking, ibu dah masak kari ayam. Okay, now we move on to the present tense. So present tense, mother is cooking chicken curry. Is cooking indicate the present tense. So how you say it when you wanted to construct a sentence? Then you will say ibu sedang memasak kari ayam. You just use the word sedang. Sedang is actually in that moment. Same formal and informal pronunciation. But how you say it when you speak, you just say like the previous example I've given. You just say ibu tengah masak kari ayam. So tengah is middle. You say like ibu in the middle of cooking the chicken curry. So ibu tengah masak kari ayam. Now we move on to the future tense. Mother will cook chicken curry tomorrow night. Formal Malay sentence would be, ibu akan memasak kari ayam malam esok. Akan is will, so malam is night, esok is tomorrow. So malam esok, tomorrow night. But when you speak, you say, ibu akan masak kari ayam malam esok. You may say akan in this sentence. You also no need to say akan, that's your choice. Because malam esok indicate future tense already. If you don't say the word akan, then it's understandable that ibu will cook it malam esok, tomorrow night, not tonight or not yesterday night, no. So it's already indicate future tense when you have the word malam esok. Some people say esok as besok. So if you listen like somebody say besok instead of esok, it's still the same thing. But besok is not a standard Malay word. That's just when we speak our slang. Now we move on to driving. Driving in Malay is, pandu is the root word. Then the other word is memandu. For memandu, don't ask me why masak, memasak, and then suddenly pandu, you change that P into M. That's how it is. It's not mepandu, no, very wrong. It's memandu. So for past tense, how we want to say about memandu? So I give example here. Ali used to drive luxury car. So in Malay, formal Malay sentence, then you will say, Ali pernah memandu kereta mewah. This is formal pronunciation. Informal pronunciation for this formal Malay sentence would be, Ali pernah memandu kereta mewah. Pernah is like used to. Pernah memandu, used to drive. So still memandu in Malay. But for speaking, as I say, we don't say like that. We normally use root word. But memandu is, we don't say pandu. We prefer to use the word drive, English word drive, compared to pandu or memandu, because drive is more simple to say. So when you want to speak to somebody, this is formal pronunciation of speaking. You just say Ali pernah drive kereta mewah. This is formal pronunciation. Okay, now this is informal pronunciation for speaking. Ali pernah drive kereta mewah. Now we move on to the present tense. So present tense would be, Ali is driving his father's luxury car. Formal Malay sentence would be, this is formal pronunciation, Ali sedang memandu kereta mewah milik ayahnya. Informal pronunciation would be, Ali sedang memandu kereta mewah milik ayahnya. is driving, sedang memandu, right? Kereta, car, and then kereta is the informal pronunciation. Mewah is luxury. Milik is actually own. Ayahnya is his father. For speaking, we don't say something like that. We normally just say, this is formal pronunciation. Ali tengah drive kereta mewah ayah dia. This is formal pronunciation. Ali tengah drive kereta mewah ayah dia. But informal pronunciation for speaking would be Ali tengah drive kereta mewah ayah dia. When we speak, we don't really say ayahnya. When we speak, we just say ayah dia, his father. So now we move on to the last example would be for the future tense of pandu memandu. Ali hopes to drive his friend's luxury car next week. So in Malay, formal pronunciation would be, this is for formal Malay sentence, Ali berharap untuk memandu kereta mewah kawannya pada minggu hadapan. Informal pronunciation would be, Ali berharap untuk memandu kereta mewah kawannya pada minggu hadapan. But when we speak, we don't say something like that. For speaking, we just say, this is formal pronunciation, Ali nak drive kereta mewah kawan dia minggu depan. That's the formal pronunciation. Informal pronunciation for speaking, Ali nak drive kereta mewah kawan dia minggu depan. Nak is want, kawan dia. For speaking, instead of you say kawannya or kawannya, you say kawan dia. And then minggu hadapan. Hadapan too formal, so you just say minggu depan. I guess that's all my lesson for now. Thank you very much for watching me and see you again in another lesson. Bye. Thank you.